This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. A first down throw for Gabbert. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Michael Bannon. Able to drop him for a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Target.
Here's Gabbert. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Gabbert. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And Ndamukong Suh able to drop it for a loss of 12. And it'll be 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now it's Lockett. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
He'll look to throw. Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially to play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now back to throw. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start getting back to rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Gould is able to put it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A dozen plays on that drive.
The old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Richmond.
2nd down, Gabbert. He's going to let this one go deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
And this will be caught at the 30. It's a big play for the Pack on 3rd. 44 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Look at the spin. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. Finding some room at midfield. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Todd Gurley, 64 yards. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Lucky 56.
They'll try and run it with Gurley. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the two-point conversion for good measure. Gold now out to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for two.
Tiger. Reset. Come back.
From the shotgun, it's Gabbard. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Back down to that Philly. Here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Von Miller able to drop him for a loss of 4.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out.
Watch it now, Barney.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop it before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Von Miller in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. Had a pretty good game. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that is going to set up third and goal.
Leopard! Leopard!
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
They'll go with the keeper. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. It's their quarterback. His second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
Watching that, Barney! Barney!
Now this time he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Gold now out to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Gabbert to throw it. And this would complete to Will Fuller. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Once again now, the Packers going for 2. Gabbert here again. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a 3-yard gain. And that'll bring up second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. They'll set up a throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give them a gain of 37.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And he'll go down at the 28. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Todd Gurley, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gold now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the figure. If something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. First down, Gabbert. He's going to go up top for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Going for it all. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone, and now fourth down.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here first and 10. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. This quarterback now 12 of 16 thus far. It's first and 10. He'll drop to throw. Got a man open. It's Wims. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll throw now on the final play. Dancing to his left. Going deep for Diggs. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. And now the Packers get set to go. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Out of the gun, Gabbard. Buying time to his left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Here's Gabbard now. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. The This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think he'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Back to it after the pick six. Gabbert, he sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 54 yards. Gabbert now to throw on first down. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On second down, Gabbert again. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. On third down, Gabbert. Dixon, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. His huge night, it just continues as he's now north of 200 yards receiving. Gabbert. And that is incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Throwing again, Gabbert on second and 10. Touchdown, Packers! As his guys are in for 6, and the Packers get a score closer.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
He may try and run for this. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. He'll look to throw. Steps it, and he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, Where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Target. Set. Green, the line.
A second down throw now for Gabbert. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for fourth down.
Richmond.
Now Gabbert on fourth down. Forced out to his left. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. A first down throw for Gabbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Will Fuller, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Here we go now as they will again try for two. They'll throw again. Gabbert.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Jets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Here we go now. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. It's a 7-yard carry to set.
No matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Shifts past him at the 45. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. 2nd down, Gabbard. His throw incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. In for the score. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession.